Namaskar, I'm Assistant Professor Kritika Dev from LJ School of Law. Today we'll be reading Indian Penal Code and again, as I said, every topic is interesting for me. We'll be reading another interesting topic that is kidnapping. Yes, kidnapping, very familiar term. You must have heard that term a lot in the newspapers, in the movies, and many other places. But today, by seeing the ingredients, you'll actually get to know what kidnapping is. Right? You'll have the clear idea about the ingredients. We will read the ingredients in detail. We'll see the examples, and there you'll get to know what kidnapping is. And you know that kidnapping is not just one type of kidnapping. Kidnapping is of two type. Now let's quickly move on to that very thing. What are these two kinds of kidnapping? So here, kidnapping from India, which is mentioned under section 360 of Indian Penal Code, and kidnapping from lawful guardianship. So we will read both the sections in detail, and firstly we will read kidnapping from India. So these two terms, you might be having so many thoughts in your mind, or you might be getting so many thoughts. So let's give pause to those thoughts and let's move to the definition. Let's see what the definition says. The definition of 360, that is kidnapping from India, says whoever conveys any person beyond the limits of India without the consent of that person or of some person legally authorized to consent on behalf of that person is said to kidnap that person. So there are many elements. So do not worry, we have the ingredients which are sorted. So by reading those ingredients, you'll get a clear idea what the section wants to say. So the ingredients of section 360 are the first one, conveying of any person beyond the limits of India. So let's take a pause and let's understand what this ingredient is trying to say. So here, conveying any person, right? Conveying any person. Can you see anything written like major, minor, or any age factor? No, because that is not there in the section. So, under this section, a person of every age is covered. A major, a minor, because you will see a different age criteria when it will come to kidnapping from lawful guardianship. But here you will see person is written, which means person of all the age, a major, minor, a kid, an old person. Every person is there or covered under when it comes to kidnapping from India. Now let's quickly see what the second ingredient wants to say, that without the consent of that person or of some person legally authorized to consent on that behalf or on his behalf. So here the first thing is conveying any person. The element we need to add with it is without the consent of that person or any person who's authorized to give consent on his behalf. So let me give you a quick and simple example. First, say I am an adult. Okay, yes, I am an adult, not let's for say. The example is for say I am an adult and I am being taken beyond the limits of India. Okay, so the first element is there. But in order to make it an offense, the second element has to be present. That taking me without my consent beyond the limits of India. Right? If somebody takes me beyond the limits of India with my consent, then that is not a crime, that is a holiday, that is a vacation. But if somebody takes me beyond the limits of India without my permission, then it will amount to kidnapping from India, and that other person will be charged for kidnapping from India, right? And secondly, if anybody takes a minor also without the consent of his or her authorized uh, one, without his consent, then also it amounts to kidnapping from India, right? Taking somebody beyond the limits of India without his or her consent or the consent of the authorized person is kidnapping from India. Clear? So now let's move on to the next portion, which says kidnapping from lawful guardianship. Now this very section, what it tries to. So let's read this section, kidnapping from lawful guardianship. whoever takes or entices any minor under 16 years of age if a female, sorry, if a male, or under 18 years of age if a female, or any person of unsound mind out of the keeping of the lawful guardian of such minor or person of unsound mind without the consent of such guardian is said to kidnap such minor or person from lawful guardianship. Long definition, right? But do not worry, we have got the ingredients sorted, so by which you will get the idea about the section. Not only idea, you will understand the section. Okay, let me list down all the elements just in one go. Okay, taking or enticing. When it comes to the age, the minority age is being defined here. When it comes to a male, the age of minority is under 16 years, and when it comes to a female, the age of minority is under 18 years of age. Right? So this is the age of minority under this section, differently being defined for both the genders. Out of the keeping of the lawful guardian and must be without the consent of such guardian. Okay, so here let me give you a very simple example in which all the ingredients will be covered and you'll even understand what this kidnapping is. Now let's take an example. First, say there is a boy of 15 years. He plans up a vacation at any beautiful place in India. You can choose the place. I leave that up to you. You choose the place. So he plans in a vacation somewhere beautiful place in India. Many beautiful places are there in India though, with his friends who are of major age, who are like 22, 23, because friendship has no age bar. So he has friends of that age, and they plan up a trip. And those people were they were under the impression that he must have taken the permission from the parents, and they planned the trip and they moved to that place. Now, of course, the minor, did not inform this very fact to his parents. And of course, parents, they were worried that where did the kid go? Now, as soon as they were back, the elders got to know that an FIR being launched. Now, as soon as they heard something like this, they just came to the police station, or they just came to the parents. They said that we did not know that he did not ask, he did not tell you about the plan, or he did not seek permission from you, or you did not allow him to go. We were under the impression that you allowed him to go. So keep this very example in your mind, and now let's see the ingredients once again. Taking. They took the minor. You can see here that the element of force is not mentioned. So it is not important that somebody drags you and just pushes you in the car. Only that is kidnapping. They just took him. Now this person was of 15 years of age. Now, as we can see here, the male has to be under the age of 16 years. Second element done. The third element, out of the keeping of the lawful guardianship. Of course, when they took him, whether it was there in their knowledge or not that he took the permission or he did not take the permission, whatever it was, but they by default took him from the or out of the lawful guardianship. Now the fourth element, without the consent of the guardian. Right. So it was actually up to them to make it sure whether the parents consented for the same or not. The very plea that they did not have the idea whether he took permission or not will not save them, because it is completely their duty to find it out whether the minor took the permission or not. Because if they do not, or if the minor do not take the permission, then that amounts to kidnapping, right? So by that very example, I guess all these four elements have been covered and you do know what kidnapping is. So here we have covered all the four elements of kidnapping by that very small example, and I am sure that your doubts must have got cleared. Now this section does not, now this is the exception that I'm reading to you. This section does not extend to the act of any person who in good faith believes himself to be the father of an illegitimate child, or who in good faith believes himself to be entitled to the lawful custody of the kid, right? So this very section does not uh, does not extend to any person who believes himself to be the lawful guardian, like guardian of an illegitimate child. You must be knowing that very scenario, that illegitimate child. Of course, it is. They are not born out of the wedlock, so that is the reason they are being called illegitimate, and they generally stay with the mother. Now, father is, of course, he believes himself to be the father of that kid, and he generally goes and meets that person, or in good faith he takes that very kid with him. So this very section will not apply in such cases. So this is the exception which has been given for this very section. So let's quickly see what the punishment is. Punishment for kidnapping. Now, punishment. Let's read the punishment. Whoever kidnaps any person from India or from lawful guardianship shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall be liable to fine. So here, extend to means the maximum imprisonment is of 7 years and also will be liable to fine. So fine is not an option. Fine is a combined punishment, that with imprisonment which may extend to. So maximum is 7, minimum could be anything, because minimum is not been mentioned here, and will also be liable to fine. So both the things will be given to that person, and for both the kidnappings, kidnapping from India and kidnapping from lawful guardianship, the punishment is being defined under section 363. So I guess with this you must have got a clear idea, and with this I would even like to tell you that uh, you will see one more term, kidnapping and abduction. So abduction, we'll be dealing with abduction in the next lecture in detail, and also the difference between the same. So you will get, again, once we'll read abduction, you'll get confused. So I have made another lecture, a different lecture, which will talk about the difference between the two. That we'll see. So here, let's see a case law, R versus Prince. Now here you must have the example that we have discussed now. Keep that in mind, and let's see this section. Oh, sorry, see this case law. I make so many mistakes when I take the words. I tend to use some other words, so apologies. Now, what happened in this case? The accused actually thought he took away a girl. Now that girl said that I am of 18 years. Okay, not a because one has to be under 18 years. So she said, I've completed 18 years, I'm a major. So that guy took that very girl. But actually, that girl was of 14 years. Now, a case was filed. Now, what happened? The plea that the accused took was, or he pleaded, that this girl herself has told that very fact to me, that she is of 18 years. What could I have done? I believed her because this is how she looked. By her physique, anybody can say that she is a major. And she herself has told that to me, that she is of 18 years of age. Then the court held that, you can see here, that where the statute is silent as to the mens rea of an offense, the court is not bound to read a mens rea requirement into the statute. So here his reasonable belief is no defense. So whether he had the intention or not, because here, when we read the definition completely, when we saw the ingredients, the term intention was not mentioned. There was no term intention mentioned. Do you remember anything like that? No, because there was nothing like that mentioned. So here, whether he had the intention or not, whether he had the knowledge or not that she is a minor, will not save him, because it was his duty to find it out, because a minor can say anything. You cannot, like, if we see this very section, you cannot rely upon a minor. You need to make the required inquiry, and whether you have the intention or not, even if you see the previous example, when I quoted that vacation example, they had no intention to do so. So intention is not an element, because it is not an ingredient in the section. So whether a person has the intention or not, if the four criterias are being followed up or are there in an act, then it will amount to kidnapping from lawful guardianship. So this had been a very interesting case, and of course, such defenses are not allowed. Was quoted under this very case law. Did I say section? Apologies once again. Case law. Yes. So by here you can see that we are done with kidnapping, and two kinds of kidnapping from lawful guardianship and kidnapping from India. We have seen the elements, we have seen the ingredients, we have seen a very interesting case law by which you must have again got an extended clear idea. So this is it for the section, for the session, and let's end the session. And till the very next session, keep studying, keep revising, so that when we read the uh, uh, other section of Indian Penal Code, you should not be puzzled. You should have a clear idea. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening.